As we begin this momentous occasion, let us take a moment to invoke the blessings of Tamil Thai. I now call upon Ritika from 4th year MSc Theoretical Computer Science to present the Tamil Thai Vartha.
நீராறும் கடலொடுத்த நிலமடந்த கெழிலொழுகும் சீராறும் வதனமென திகழ்பரத கண்டமிதில் தெக்கனமும் மதிசிறந்த திராவிடன திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை முதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறம் வியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே.
Thank you, Ritika. I now call upon Dr. Meenakshi D'Souza, ACM India President, to deliver the welcome address.
A very good morning to all of you. Hearty welcome to PSG College of Technology and to Coimbatore. We take this opportunity to thank the management, Professor Prakasham, Professor Natarajan, Professor Sheena and others for giving us an opportunity to host ACM India annual event in Coimbatore. Today is a day packed filled with excellent talks. We begin with a talk from Professor Dame Wendy Hall. We have a talk from Professor Elisa Bartino, Professor Narahari, and also Dr. L. Venkatasubramaniam of IBM on quantum computing. Please also join us in witnessing the ACM India award ceremony and look out for a whole host of new and exciting announcements about the activities of ACM India and other initiatives of ACM India. We will carry on with the inauguration. We look forward to an exciting day with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I now invite Dr. Yani Sionis, ACM President, to deliver the inaugural address.
எல்லோருக்கும் வணக்கம். It's a great pleasure to be here in this celebration of science, celebration of computing, celebration of India, celebration of ACM, and all these great powers come together in this meeting to exchange knowledge, exchange experiences, and see what all the good work that ACM India is doing. Great speakers. I have come to get used to this, to be coming to the ACM annual event, and it's a great privilege by being ACM president to always be invited. But don't be surprised if I keep coming even after I stop being president, if you have me. Enjoy the day, enjoy all the intellectual stimulation that we'll all have. And let me also say that when I come to India, I really appreciate, although I don't understand what that song, that prayer was, that chant, just the spirit and the vibrations that you get in the room really is touching. So I really appreciate to begin in this way. Enjoy the day.
Thank you, sir. Now I call upon Dr. K. Prakasham, Principal, PSG College of Technology, to address the gathering.
Chief guest of this ACM India Meet 2025, Professor Yanis Ioannidis, President ACM, Professor University of Athens, Professor Meenakshi D'Souza, President ACM India, Professor IIIT Bangalore, all the distinguished researchers, senior faculty members, directors, delegates, invited speakers, sponsors, Very good morning from PSG College of Technology. At the outset, I express my sincere thanks to ACM India for selecting PSG College of Technology third time in the physical mode and 2 times in the online mode. It was during COVID. First 2 times we did, and they were kind enough to take our request in the right note so that all the luminaries will visit the campus and bless the students and teachers. Thank you for that. For the first meeting, I remember I attended from Chennai online. I had a meeting in Chennai, so I did through online. I thank the organizers for cordially inviting me to be here. At the same time, they carefully briefed me about the time limit, so I'm very careful with my time. And I welcome you all for this event to this great campus. And the management is very happy and they extend all the support with the visionary vision. Charity is celebrating, PSG and Sons Charity is celebrating the 100th year. College is celebrating the 75th year. So it's a very eventful time for all of us. And behind me there is a word, persistent. So PSG is always persistent. And you know POM, persistent object management. I will speak on 3 words. One is, 2 are in German and one is from French, but we use it in English. One is called Zeitgeber, meaning is Zeit means time, Geber is giver. The other word is Zeitgeist. It's a geist means spirit. Zeit is again time. The third one is rhythm. Each one I will spend 2 minutes with. Zeitgeber is the stimulus that makes us do many things in day-to-day life, beyond day-to-day life, imagination with the cosmic waves and the energy and vibrations. Because of that behavior, we create certain defining spirit of the history that you call it as zeitgeist. So this will be reflected through literature, through films, architecture, technology, products, dress code, how we look at the humanity as a whole. It could be a huge period of learning. So that is zeitgeist. Even the constitution of a country will be reflecting such spirit of time for a longer period. Then I'll come to rhythm. Life is full of rhythm. When a baby cries, the mother taps on its back with some lullaby. The baby calms down and it may smile innocently. It doesn't know anything, but it knows the mood and it absorbs the vibrations. So if you look at the universe, periodical movement of planets, nothing is episodical, everything is periodic. Waves, tides, eclipse, day and night, and we wake up and we sleep. So the first word what I said, the stimulus, Zeitgeber, it puts us into 0 or 1, but it is not discrete, it is continuous, it sets and resets our processes in terms of thinking, in terms of imagination. So it's a connection with the cosmic process. In villages, ladies were not highly educated. Olden days, not today. They churn curd to produce butter and ghee. It's for the household purpose. So early morning they will churn. You would have seen with the rope, they do it. It's a highly rhythmic. During this process, they sing some devotional song, especially composed by the saint composer Jayadeva, who lived in the 12th century in Puri near Jagannath temple. So this is called Gita Govindam or Ashtapadi. They will be learning, reading or reciting something called those famous poems like Chandana Jarchida or so many are there in that. So the whole house becomes divine by the pure vibrations because it is only rhythm. There is no deep meaning for them to understand, but it is very deep. Now, how to see rhythm? Music is one, arts are one, the frequencies, the thoughts, everything you can express in that. Classical dances are one of that type. All India Radio, the signature tune, Adagio. It is composed by Walter Kaufmann from, I think he's a Jewish who fled the country to India as a refugee, and in Mumbai he did with the father of Subin Mehta, the well-known conductor of music, Mehli Mehta, using violin and tambura, they did that. So, but these are all cultural. This is on computing. So I should tell you something on mathematics. Who made the rhythm visible to the world and to use it? That is Joseph Fourier, 1768 to 1830 he lived. And he created the waves by heat equation solving, and that Fourier transform, it has transformed everything including communication, imaging, whatever you speak. So coming back to the first one, the Said Geber, the stimulus what you get by imagining on the cosmos, connecting to that, you create some defining spirit of the society at that point of time. That is the zeitgeist. Then you try to understand rhythm. So today is a time of YouTube, social media, selfie, and so many ways of expressing ourselves. So if you collect all this, including these conferences coming in the next few years, when we fade away, there will be something called AI. That is the next defining spirit or the defining mood. It will predict many things, and if you ask on March 1st, 2025, what happened in Coimbatore, it will tell many things which we don't even know. By that time, it would have been trained, generative AI, I saw the word. So it is going to be a, what you say, not disruption, it is engulfing the whole thinking process. So this way, if you understand, connecting with the cosmos, trying to imagine big, you will come to know something which will be useful to the society. And India's zeitgeist is no one should suffer. Nobody should suffer. That is what repeatedly all our Upanishads will say. And learn Tejasvi now adhiramastu ma kasil dukha bhave. So with this, I conclude. So mathematics and computing, it has a big way to go. I am very sure you will enjoy all the sessions. There will be great learning. I thank you for giving me this opportunity. Wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir. I request Dr. Meenakshi D'Souza, ACM India President, to present the memento to Dr. K. Prakash. Now, I invite Ms. Maria Chowdhury and Dr. Revati Venkatraman, ACM India Council members, to take over the proceedings.
A very good morning to all of you. It is an absolute honor and privilege to be here today to welcome you all to the ACM India Annual Event 2025, hosted here at PSG College of Technology, Coimbatore. I am Maria.
I am Revati.
And together we will be hosting this event.
Coimbatore is often called the Manchester of South India, and it's known for its rich industrial heritage, technological innovation, and world-class educational institution. Today is a significant occasion where we come together as a community to recognize excellence in computing, discuss advancements in the field, and inspire future innovation. ACM, the Association of Computing Machinery, is the world's largest computing society dedicated to advancing computing as a science and profession.
Thank you, Revati. So if we have the slides here, right? We have close to 100,000 members. We have United States at 47%. We have India at 11%. Guys and girls, we can do better. So I now invite Professor Yogesh from IISc to talk about some really exciting membership benefits and a surprise that we have in for you guys today.
Thanks a lot, Maria. So Maria and I chair the memberships and chapters committee, right? So our job is to increase the number of chapters and increase the number of members. So we're trying to make it easier for us. So why are we all here? We're all here because it's an ACM India sponsored event. And what does ACM India give you? It gives you beyond just this. It gives you many other events such as ARCS that was happening the last couple of days. You got ARCS Comad, and you got other ACM India sponsored events that happen annually in India. We also have summer and winter schools, about 4 or 5 twice a year, where you get to sort of learn state-of-the-art topics from experts who come in for a week, and you spend a week or two attending those top schools. And you get a travel grant as part of that as well. We have eminent speaker series within India and distinguished speaker series globally as well, whom you can host as part of your colleges for various events. We do provide funding for various activities that you will hold as a grant to help organize those events and support you. There are travel grants for attending leading conferences and even sort of offsetting some of the costs for publication charges. We do offer a very strong suite of research mentoring programs, starting from ROCKS that tells you what research is about, to PhD clinics where you can actually have one-on-one sessions periodically, to Inauguration Setu where you spend an entire summer hosted at a top institution, right? Various awards which you've seen today, yesterday, and so on for various recognitions are also presented as part of ACM India's activities. And lastly, we get a chance to be part of this entire professional activity, right? Starting from your studentships in your colleges all the way till we are no longer around, right? So through your entire professional life, you can be part of ACM Global and also volunteer as part of that, right? And all of this is on top of the rich set of activities and benefits that you get as part of being the ACM Global member as well. So, after the sales pitch, I'm sure you're sold. And what you'd like to do, next slide. So this is stats for India, right? Not too bad. So we are about a third of the global student membership, right? But not so good on the professional side. So we'd like to increase student memberships. So let's do a show of hands. How many of you are ACM members? Okay, I'm looking at the rest of you. Okay, and we need to see if we can fix this. So we'd like to increase the number of ACM members, right? And we also want to see is ACM student members. So once you graduate, you start becoming ACM professional members as well, so that you continue on with the privileges through your whole professional life, right? What we have, as Maria said, is a small membership drive. Next slide. So for the first 20 students or professionals who sign up before noon today, right, we have a special price, right? It's a nice ACM themed mini gift that we have ready for you. So you need to sign up. So if you're a student, you can use the QR code over there for the student membership. If you're a professional, you can use the QR code below. If you don't have your camera ready, I don't know why, but oh, there's a printout. Yeah, Maria's even better, right? So you can always come down there, take a picture over there, or you can go to the ACM India memberships page on top, right? And once you do that, we are doing the low-tech way of sending you an email with a screenshot of your new registration, right? And the first 20 emails I receive in my mailbox by timestamp, right, will get a prize, and we'll tell you details of that post-launch, okay? How many of you are going to be signing up? Let's see a show of hands. Okay. So that's more than 20, so you need to work quickly, right? So with that, over to you, Maria. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So I hope you all will take the opportunity to sign up today. And thank you everyone for being part of ACM. Great organizations thrive under visionary leadership, and ACM is no exception. For over 75 years, ACM has been the driving force behind computing advancements, influencing research, education, and industry through its world-class publications, global events, and professional networking opportunities. To introduce Professor Yanis, I invite Professor Revati Venkataraman to the stage. Revati is currently serving as the chairperson of School of Computing, faculty at SRM Institute of Science and Technology. Over to you, Revati.
Thank you, Maria. It's my privilege to introduce Professor Ioannidis, the president of ACM. He is an esteemed researcher in database, data science, and artificial intelligence. He is a professor of informatics and telecom at the University of Athens since 1997. Previously at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, he served as president and general director of Athena, Greece's leading IT research center. His research spans database, data science, analytics, recommender systems, and digital storytelling, and often applied across sciences, humanities, and arts. He has published over 160 plus papers, holds patents, and also has co-founded a startup. An ACM member since 1983 and an IEEE fellow, he has received numerous awards, including the Presidential Young Investigator Award and the VLDB 10-year Best Paper Award. He has led Open Air for over a decade and serves on key European research boards. In 2017, he received the ACM SIGMOD Contributions Award. His leadership has strengthened ACM's global role in fostering technological innovation and building a strong community of computing professionals. Now, let's welcome on stage Professor Ioannidis. Over to you, Professor.
I'm the president of the largest global organization of computing professionals at sea. So, I'll just give you a very brief overview of what ACM is about. You've heard a few things about ACM India. You'll hear more from the president of ACM India Council. But let me give you a bird's eye view of what ACM is about, what it's doing, some of the hot topics and hot issues that it's trying to deal with. A whole bunch of hands were raised when the question was asked, who is an ACM member? So how many of you who are members already, I cannot ask that of the others, know the mission of ACM? Yeah, okay, you're cheating, the front row. You saw that yesterday or last year. So, but as I say, don't worry, before I became a candidate to be an ACM president, I didn't know the mission either. So let's go over it all together. Not all together, I'll read it so we can all see it. So, and I will be highlighting the key adverbs, adjectives, and nouns of it. So ACM is a global scientific and educational organization dedicated to advancing the art, science, engineering, and application of computing, serving both professional and public interests by fostering the open exchange of information and by promoting the highest professional and ethical standards. This is the mission of ACM. Is 78 going to 70, 77 going to 78 years old. This articulation of its mission is about 30 years old, and it still remains, I wouldn't change a single comma in it. And the greenish things show what we are, what kind of organization we are, and the red things say how we do what we should do as an organization. We're global, that's why we're in India, and we are open, open exchange of information. This is what's happening today here. So this is the mission, and everything that you hear about happening either at the ACM India level or at the mother ACM level, it is to serve this mission with a vision to make the world a better place using our craft, using our science, which is computing. And in this day and age, you cannot go even to the bathroom without computing somehow being involved. It's everywhere. How is it structured? There is Mother ACM, and then there are various subgroups that you can also be a member of, special interest groups, that thematically separate the sub-communities that work on computing security, management of data, human-computer interaction, and so on. Or if you, on a social dimension, something focused on women, and ACM W for women, is there to help raise the diversity, the gender diversity of the computing population. And also in the geographic dimension, we have regional councils. In India, ACM India Council is one of those councils. And then many chapters. And the chapters could be a combination of a thematic and a location under a regional council or not. So the variety in which you can cut the community in pieces of common interests or common backgrounds or common knowledge and level and so on, student or professional, you saw it is amazing. And we have 37 special interest groups on various themes, 3 regional councils, India, China, and Europe. And when I come to events of India, I can say with all my heart that this is by far the best regional council. I don't say that when I talk to the European Council or the China Council, but India Council is by far, and every year is getting better and richer. I'm really impressed. And one indication is that overall, the whole world, in terms of chapters, we have 680 student chapters and 180 professional chapters. And when you look at India, we have 310 student chapters and 30 professionals. A huge percentage is from India, well, at least, I mean, actually, this was yesterday evening's numbers. Maybe today they will have increased by the day. They're the same? Oh, they have changed. Okay, so you see, it is happening. And if you look at the map of Asia, and then you want to show the whole world, this is, if you want, the density of chapters in Asia, and look what is happening in India. I mean, this is, and if you zoom in, it's still, you have to zoom in further. So amazing work in India, truly have captured the spirit of ACM, and as we move into more globalization, and in this effort, the previous president of ACM, India was a member. I think India should be the North Star, and other councils or other structures should learn of how things are done here. How many of you know the Nobel Prize as a concept? Don't tell me you back there, you don't know what the Nobel Prize is. Raise your hand. Okay, it's a morning, it's like the exercise. Okay, thank you. How many of you know the Turing Award? Okay, most of you. Okay, that's good. Well, when Nobel wrote his will and established the Nobel Prizes, there was no computing science. So he couldn't have established the Nobel Prize even if he wanted. But ACM is giving the Turing Award, that most of you know about it, and it is considered the Nobel Prize in computing, in honor of A.M. Turing, the one who really established the theoretical underpinnings of our field, won World War II in some sense for the Allies. So we have amazing scholars that have really have advanced our science tremendously. The most recent one that was given last year is called 2023, was Avi Whitgerson, and hold your breath, sometime next week we'll hear about the new winners of 2024. So it's ACM that is doing this. It's not only the Turing Award, we celebrate and recognize excellence in many other ways. There are many awards. The second in level award that we give is the ACM Prize in Computing, which, by the way, is funded by Infosys, so the big Indian company. And the winners of this come to the Pingal Interactions in Computing, which is another activity of ACM India Council. Earlier this week, we had it in Mysore the second installation and looking good for as going. So lots of things connecting ACM India with Mother ACM. How many of you have used the digital library of ACM? Okay. And the rest of you probably you use it without knowing, because sometimes you go to papers, you go to content through other means, like you do a Google search and so on. It leads you to, and it gets you to papers of the digital library, but it doesn't say, hey, I'm the digital library of ACM. So it is the crown jewel for services and products. It is the largest, richest, and highest quality content that you can find in computing, the corpus. And it's becoming better. So that's a great thing offering to the community and society. And there are various boards and councils that ACM has that offer you services and content. For example, the Practitioners Board, which is for those in industry, lots of meetups, technical talks called Tech Talks, Bytecasts, podcasts that you can hear as you go along. The digital library, very soon, it will not be the digital library, it will be 2 editions of the digital library, the basic edition and what will be called premium, with such cool functionality that is being built as we speak, and by January 1st it will be available for a premium, of course, content, but also premium price. The Publications Board, many journals, new things happening in AI, and so on. New curriculum, CS 2023. ACM, with the help of IEEE and AAAI, is establishing the standard curriculum for universities and colleges in computing. And let me emphasize that the most recent version, which is 2023, after 10 years, has ethics as an important subject next to all the technical subjects for a computing professional. And of course, technology policy, how we can influence AI policies with direct consulting to governments, but also with documents called tech briefs. And let me say that technology policy is key, especially in the era of AI. And we have a technology policy council that's global and committees in Europe and the US. And it's having one in India is in the works, and hopefully, I hope soon we'll have that. This is pictures. This is a picture from last year's Pingala. I didn't have time to change it for this year's. And be prepared, be ready. The Vice President of ACM Media Council will have today, I think, a selfie like he did last year. The pictures that the Vice President is taking, and in general, are very important. And you are all on social media, share pictures, tag each other, retweet, repost, whatever you do it as much as you can. And let me say now some current priorities that ACM has to give you a flavor. This is an initiative that I started when I first became president. It's some dimensions of ACM operation or ACM services that ACM needs to change in order to be ready for the next 20-25 years. When I was first elected, I called it ACM 4.0 because ACM at the time was 75 years old, and we were starting the 4th quarter century of our lives. It was 4.0. And then I was honored to be re-elected, and as a software guy, I had a new version of the vision 4.1. It's 14 presidential task forces. I will just show them to you, just mentioning, just to get a feeling, and I'll say a few details about 4 of them. And I will anchor them in this map that is from organizational theory, the dimensions of any organization that you have to strategize on. Your products and services, which is the focus for a non-profit organization, and then finances, process, infrastructures, and people that support that. And as ACM, we serve our members and we serve our society. So we have 3 presidential task forces for our members, a new membership model, globalization that I just mentioned, and also youthification. You in the back, the youth, and also in the front. There's many of you up front as well. We need your ideas, we need your needs. And the reason why I joined ACM, 500 years ago, are not valid for you now. Different reasons are there. So how do we unify ACM? 3 things to serve society. 1, how many of you know the 17 United Nations Sustainable Development Goals? Okay, very few. Please go to un.org or whatever it is, the UN, and check about Sustainable Development Goals. These are the goals that the United Nations have established, that we develop the world in a sustainable way. And none of these goals, there are 17, they're major goals, like no hunger, or no war, or true equality of gender, clean water, clean land. None of them can be achieved without computing. So how can ACM catalyze interaction between computing people and others that are about climate, about water, and so on. Our code of ethics is a crown jewel, but how do we make it a part of our daily activity? Another one, and then one on professional ethics, because there are some people that violate how we should ethically behave as scientists and publishers. 4 things about our products and services. I won't go through them, but our overall product portfolio, open science, growth areas like AI, and then 4 presidential task forces on how we operate. I will just say a few words, and with those I'll conclude, on the 4 things that have to do with society. United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, Code of Ethics. I call clear because ACM is leading a multi-society effort to change, to address the issue of violations of ethical behavior in scientific processes and publications and open science. This is a picture that has been haunting me from the minute I saw it. It shows the waves under which humanity is in danger. This little thing is just, a boy telling a parent, or a parent telling to a child, wash your hands and everything will be good. Okay? And then we have COVID, and if we thought this was a problem, okay, the economic recession is a much bigger, climate change, biodiversity collapse, and now war. Okay, so this is a problem. And the Sustainable Development Goals, which are 17, this is a picture of kind of categorizing them, hopefully will solve many of them. Will also war. War is in the stupidity of human mind, and this is not a sustainable goal, it's a survival goal. Hopefully something will happen with it. Computing is there, ACM is trying to help. Professional ethical standards, please go and check our ACM Code of Ethics. This is the conscience of the profession. As a student, as a faculty, as a person in industry, we should all read this and try to put it in our everyday lives. Let me expedite and show the picture. The thing is that when we publish, many people try to, thank you. CLEAR stands for Community-Led Ethics for Accountability and Responsibility. And researchers make violations. And how do we prevent that? The thing is, how do we prevent it from before, or how to administer if there is a violation? And what do we do? What do we prevent from even happening? So the community, we need to educate the community, we need to detect it and prevent someone from committing a sin, and then how do you detect it afterwards and re-educate the person? All these ACM, IEEE, CRA, AAAI, USNICS, SCIAM are coming together, and ACM is leading the way. And finally, open science and open access. Open access is a part of it. I just want to mention 2 decisions, one in 2020 and one in 2025, that ACM Council made, and essentially says, as of January 1st, 2026, in 10 months exactly, okay, the ACM Digital Library will be free and open for everyone to read anywhere in the world. And that's a democratization of knowledge sharing. Remember our mission, the open exchange of information. There is a cost, Those who publish will have to pay, or others will have to pay, but everybody will be able to read. ACM, everything that we have to do in the community is about trust, and this picture is the best picture that I found in my life that shows trust. And if you look at the lowest guy, which is the most trustful of everyone else, his body is shaped like an A. And if you look at the lady in the middle, the way she curves her body, it's like a C. And then if you look, your imagination will go a little bit far. On the top guy, it's like an M. So ACM is trust. I am ACM, you be too. Thank you, and at least thank you for everything.